Hello everybody, it is the Doctor, and I am on Ensign Ricky. As you can see here, I'm going to make an announcement today about a change in how we review starships moving on from here. First of all, I will definitely be continuing to review starships in Star Trek Online. There's all the new Tier 6 ships that I've just got to look at. There's Tier 5 U ships and Tier 5 ships that I haven't even done yet. And of course, lockbox and low-buy ships. A ton of ships. I have some great ideas in mind for reviewing starships in Star Trek Online. And I want to share some of my ideas and get some feedback and comments. First of all, because of the idea of Tier 5 U ships, I feel that I need to evolve how I review ships in Star Trek Online, because now a lockbox or low-buy ship will come standard as a Tier 5 ship and then be upgradable to a Tier 5 U ship. So it's like having two different types of ships, or one ship with two different types of stats. Now, they are free upgrades, so anybody can upgrade those ships to Tier 5 U, or most of those ships. But then there are other ships that are also upgradable to Tier 5 U, but require tokens to do that. So again, you have some people that will choose not to do that, and they will use just the base stats of that ship as a Tier 5 ship. And then there are people that will choose to buy those tokens and upgrade to a Tier 5 U ship, which basically will change the stats, give you an extra console, a scaling hull, and the hull mastery, and all that stuff, making the ship completely different from what it was. So we've got like two different tiers of ship now. Plus the whole Tier 6 ships, which have a 5th mastery slot, intelligence officers, and all kinds of new stuff. So there is a lot to explore, and there's a lot of different tiers and types of ships now. So what I'm going to do and how I'm going to review ships in the future is I'm going to totally revamp and change everything. First of all, I will call them ship reviews, because that's basically what I'm doing, is reviewing the ship. I will first start with a preview video. In the past, when I very first started reviewing starships for Star Trek Online, I did do an intro video where I showed myself unpacking the ship, equipping the ship, and then kind of testing out some builds and some stuff on it, and just seeing, what we could do right there without spending a lot of time with the ship. But then later on, I evolved that to not doing those intro videos anymore, but instead going ahead and unpacking and using the ship myself for a long period of time, and working and finishing a build on a ship, and then showing a final review video where I was done, with my build on the ship, and I could report to you what it was like flying that ship and using its abilities and everything in space. Well, I'm now going to kind of do a hybrid of that, and what I'm going to do is go back to unpacking a ship and showing you a preview video of the ship, because this way you can see what the stats are of a Tier 5 ship before a lockbox or low-buy ship, before it becomes a Tier 5 U ship. I think that I need to show those stats for people that are interested in just the base stats of a Tier 5 ship and are not going to upgrade it to Tier 5 U. But then at the same time, I need to come back to the ship and then show you what upgrading it to a Tier 5 U ship would do, and showing you what it would be like in space as a Tier 5 U ship. I need to show it both ways, because some people will choose one way and some people will choose the other. We need to know where we're starting from and what the starting point is on a ship before we can move to what a Tier 5 U ship allows it to be. So I'm going to now do a preview video of starships when I get them or equip them. It will be the base stats. It will not be Tier 5 U upgraded yet if it's available. It will just be what it comes with. I will equip it on screen. We will talk about some possible builds for it, but just understand in those preview videos that I have not used the ship yet, so I don't know really what build will work best on it yet. I haven't spent any time with it. It will just be a preview so we can look at it just as it is. And I will do that preview video first, and then I will spend a long period of time with the ship and figure out what what works best on it, what builds work well, how it works in space, its abilities. I will use it a lot, and then come back and do a final review video on it. It'll be, I'll call that the a review video. So we'll do a preview video and a review video. As for a Tier 5U, what I'll do is I will probably upgrade it to Tier 5U after I do the preview video. So in the preview video, what we'll do is we'll look at it as the ship is, and then I may upgrade it to Tier 5U in that video, or I may upgrade it in the next video, and we'll see what the differences are in the stats, and then I'll use it and do that final review video. And as for what I will do in the video to prove its worthiness in space, I'm still questioning, and I could use some feedback on that. In the past, I did all 3 of the Space Borg Elite STFs. Well, all that's changed now. There's the advanced versions, and the new Elite is not out yet, but the advanced versions are, and they are tougher than the Elite versions. Failures are more apparent now. There are more failures in these STFs than there were in the past, until everybody gets, used to them again. So I don't know if it's worth showing all 3 Borg STFs, because there's other new things in the game now with Delta Rising that are also appropriate at testing a ship's worthiness. So I want some feedback from you guys in what I can do. There are some patrols in the Delta Quadrant that are pretty rough, pretty good maybe for testing a ship. So should I do a patrol, Should I do a Borg STF? If I do, maybe just do one, maybe not all of them this time. A lot of people, for example, are not doing Khitomer Accord Space Advanced much. It is much more difficult now with the time limits, and there's just not a lot of people doing that. Infected Space Advanced, people are doing that a lot. Cure Space Advanced, that too. Maybe just do Infected Space Advanced. How about I just do one Borg STF in the video, and then I do some other things that are not Borg, because there are other alien NPCs in the game that are a good test of metal for the ship. I mean, maybe I should go do a Delta Quadrant patrol, maybe a different STF altogether, I'm not sure what, but something different, some other alien species that's different, something to test the ship. And something that I can do pretty quickly, because I don't want the video to be like, hours and hours long on end. I would love the video to be under 45 minutes if I can. So I would like to do some shortened STFs or shortened patrols, but something that will test the ship. Something that I can use its abilities in to show you guys how that ship is. And once I come to that conclusion and figure out what that's going to be, I will let you know. And I'm going to keep it the same for all ships. I'm going to do these same things for all ships. That way you can compare between the different ships. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So drop me a comment and let me know what things I can do. Let's say I do 3 things in a video for a ship review. Whether that be one STF, one patrol, and one something else, or whatever. I do 3 things, and that will be a review of the ship. That will be what I do to test its abilities in video. So let me know what you think I should do. And I think I probably will keep Infected Space Advanced as one of those things. I think showing one Borg STF is still pretty good. Maybe not, maybe even a different one, I don't know. But I think one of them is still good to have in there, because everyone does Borg STFs. But there are now other STFs to do too. So yeah, let me know what's good for that. Beyond that, I will be doing lots of ship reviews coming up. I want to finish Delta Rising first and get through all the missions on Ensign Ricky before I review any ships, though. I want to get finished with that. Also, I want to be level 60 on the character that I'm reviewing the ship on. I feel that if I review a ship at level 50 or level 55, it's not going to be showing its max stats, especially on a Tier 5U ship. If it's not level 6, if I'm not level 60, I'm not showing the full hull strength on the ship, because hull strength scales from level 50 to 60. So I won't be showing the full hull strength and the full stats on the ship until I'm level 60. So that means I need to get all of my characters that I'm using to review starships up to level 60. At this current time, I have only one character that is level 60. My main character, the Doctor, who is a science officer, is level 60. So I could start reviewing science ships on him right now because he's level 60. But my main engineer, the last Doctor, and Ensign Ricky are not level 60. They are engineers. They are at level 55 or 56. So they're not at 60 yet. And my tactical officer, the War Doctor, he is only at level 51 right now. I haven't done any work on him, so I can't really review any tactical ships or escort ships right now because he's just too low level. I need to get him to 62. So I'm not going to review a ship on a character until it's level 60, basically. That makes the most sense. But there's another thing to consider about Tier 5U ships. They have mastery, and we can look at that with this current Tier 5U ship I have here. This is called Starship Mastery Unlocks. These unlocks only occur by grinding experience points, and you do that by doing space battles. So in my preview videos, the Starship Mastery will not be unlocked at all. There will be no Starship Masteries unlocked in the preview videos for Tier 5U ships. And that's why for the actual review video, I would want all of the Mastery unlocks unlocked in order to review that ship at its full stats. So that's another reason why I need to wait between the preview and review videos, because I need to grind that ship up to its final Starship Mastery unlock to really show the potential of that ship. And that, unfortunately, is going to take a lot of time. So what will end up happening is there's going to be a lengthy period of time now between the preview videos and the review videos, and there's really nothing I can do about that. It's just going to take time to grind that ship's Starship Mastery if it's a Tier 5U or a Tier 6 ship. So expect a lengthy bit of time between the preview video and the review. That's why I'll try to do a lot of stuff in the preview videos so you can see what it's like starting off. But there will be a lot of time between the preview and review video because it's going to take me a lot of time to just grind on that character and grind Starship Mastery unlocks. And on a Tier 6 ship is even more. There's a 5th unlock. And to get that, you're just going to have to just grind a whole lot on those Tier 6 ships to get the Starship. But that's how I would want to review the ship. I would want to show it to you with all the Mastery unlocks unlocked so you can see the full ability of the ship, and then you'll know if you want to go for that ship or not. So what will end up happening is I may have several Starship preview videos at one time. I may do a science ship and do a preview video on, then do a cruiser and do a preview video on, and then do an escort and do a preview on. And I may do those previews like close together, maybe like, a week at a time. 1 week that ship, 1 week that ship, 1 week that ship. And then there will just be a lengthy time between the actual reviews for those ships, the final review. And I'll make sure to link in those review videos back to the preview videos in case anybody missed that, so you can see what the preview is like and then watch the review video. And I'll summarize some of that stuff in the review video anyway to go back over some of that stuff. But that's what I'm thinking about doing right now. That's what I'm looking at doing for Starship reviews, is going to have that separate preview review videos for Tier 5U and 6 ships. There will be a longer delay between the preview and review videos, simply because I want to get the Starship Mastery unlocked all the way as far as I can. Because these really add abilities to the ships that are worth it. Like this regenerates hull, this is damage resistance, this is more critical chance for your ship character, this is more hull points, more hull hit points, or a higher hull strength. So these mastery unlocks are very important, and if I'm going to review a ship, I need to show it with the full mastery unlocks. So that's the deal on that. So that's what you can probably expect. Let me know what you think of that setup. If that sounds like that's a winning thing to do, I'll do it. If you guys got any other ideas, by all means drop me a message. Let me know if you think that is wrong, or if there's any way I can improve it, any way to make it more efficient, make it faster. I think getting from the base level tier 5 ship to the tier 5U mastery unlocks or the tier 6 mastery unlocks is going to take some time. And that's the only part I think there. I wish there was a way to make it go faster. I wonder if using skill boosts will boost the rate at which the Starship mastery unlocks. Maybe I'll post that in the forum, because that's a good question. You can buy skill boosts out of the Z store, and I'm just wondering if you can buy them from somewhere. But I'm just wondering if here they are. Upgrade tokens, no. They're somewhere here. Boost. That's what it'd be under. The XP boost increases. I wonder if that would help you boost the Starship mastery unlocks as well. I'm going to post about that, because if they do, I may do that to help me get that mastery unlock going faster on my ships. That way I can get a review out faster, if that is allowable. But anyway, that's my idea, so drop me a line what you think of all that. Drop me a line on what you think about what I should do in terms of patrols, STFs, or whatever to test my ships in the videos. And I think that's all I've got for right now. Definitely will be doing a ton of Starship reviews, but again, I want to get through Delta Rising first. I want to finish those series of videos. And I need to get my characters up to level 60 before I can do Starship reviews. So that is what I'm working on. It just takes time. Expect that there will be a ton of Starship reviews. I've also got another idea that I want to throw by you guys. Maybe you'll like this idea. I am thinking of going back into tier 1 ships, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4, and showing a review of all of those ships. Like, do a series. For example, have a playlist that has all tier 1 ships. Do a playlist that has all tier 2 ships, and tier 3, and 4, and 5, and 5U, and 6. We'll do like a separate playlist for each tier of ship. And then I go back on my character. I guess I can be level 60 and do it, because I'll probably just do one video for those ships. Go back and like look at each tier 1 science ship, each tier 1 cruiser, each tier 1 escort, and then tier 2, and then 3, 4, and on. And actually review some of the older ships in the game, or younger ships, or the ships that you get as you start leveling up a new character in the game, going back and looking at those ships and doing just maybe one review video on each ship as a level 60 character, that is. That doesn't mean I'll be using the ships in STFs or whatever like that, but I will just look at the ship, because that's something that I haven't done, is those older tiered ships, looked at those. That's a series I'm thinking about doing. That'll take a lot of time, obviously, a lot of work, but that's something I'm thinking may be useful to people, to give them a little information maybe about those earlier tiered ships that they may not know. So if you level a new character or are working on a new character, maybe you'll learn something about one of those ships that will help you as you're working on that character. And I'll do it for the career-specific and appropriate ship. I'll do science ships on a science character, engineering ships or cruisers on a engineering character, and escorts on a tactical character. So let me know what you think of that. So see if that might be a good thing as well. And that's pretty much all I got right now. I just wanted to give you that update on Starship reviews, because I know it's been a long time since I've done them, but I wanted you to know that I am definitely going to continue to do them. I'm just going to have to evolve how I do them. And there's certain place I want to be before I can do them, and that's level 60, obviously. So I've got to level my characters up to be able to do that. So it just takes time. I am working on it as much as I can, and that's all I can do. So I hope you guys stay tuned for all that. And I've got high ambitions for Star Trek Online. I want to continue, doing everything that I can. It's just going to take time. But I will work on it as much as I can. So there you go, everybody. Let me know what you think.